Okay, in this video I'm going to be going over some inner workings of the THETA wallet to give those that are interested a deeper understanding of how things work within the wallet. So stay tuned. Okay, the wallet has three important components to it. They are the mnemonics or seed words that are used to create the wallet, the private key, which is generated from those seed words, and then the key store file, which is an encrypted version of the private key, where you give it a password and it uses the password to create the key store file. So that's what those three things are. And so since the private key is derived from those seed words and the key store file is derived from the private key, whenever you are opening the wallet, even though there are three different methods of opening the wallet, all of them essentially are opening the wallet with the private key. It's just different forms of the private key. Another interesting aspect is the public key or public address of the wallet is actually derived from the private key, but it is a one-way hash, meaning you can get the public key from the private key, but you cannot go the other direction. You cannot derive the private key from the public key. So what I'm telling you is a very technical subject matter, and a lot of you may or may not understand it, but that's okay. You don't need to be able to use the wallet. Okay, the next thing that's very important to understand is when you are creating a brand new wallet, you will be provided with the key store file, and you will save it. I suggest you save it to a thumb drive dedicated to that information, and then you will be given the 12 seed words that are used to create the private key. Then there's a button that you will click that allows you to view the private key, and you'll want to save that as well. Save all three things to a thumb drive dedicated for just this purpose, and once you have gone past that in the creation of the wallet, you will not be able to retrieve any of that information from the wallet. There's no provision within the wallet to be able to get those things, so that's your one and only opportunity to capture the key store file, the seed words, and the private key. So keep that in mind, and again, store them on a thumb drive dedicated to that only, and you do this so that you can unplug that thumb drive and only plug it in when you need to unlock your wallet. And now I will demonstrate opening the wallet using the private key and a temporary session password. There are three ways that you can unlock the wallet. First one here is the key store file. That is essentially the private key which has been encrypted by a password that you gave it. And so if you select the key store, it's going to ask you to enter the password that you used to create that key store file, and then you would click unlock. But there are two other ways that you can open that wallet. This one here is via the mnemonics, which are those 12 seed words, and this one here is just using the private key straight up. So what I'm going to show you here is, let's go to private key. The mnemonic works more or less the same way, in that if you try to open the wallet using either the mnemonic, the seed words, or the private key, you can do that, and it's going to ask you to enter temporary session password, which is nothing more than a password you make up. And what that is it's going to require that password after you've entered it. If you have unlocked the wallet using a temporary session password and you try to send anything out of that wallet, it's going to require you to enter the session password that you use to unlock the wallet to confirm that send transaction that you are about to do. So what I'm going to do is attempt to prove that by opening it using a private key. So I'm going to pop up new demo wallet, which is, here's the document. So now I am going to copy the private key. Clicking copy. And then I am going to paste that in there, and then I am going to enter my temporary password. I'm not going to tell you what it is. And I will say that you should heed the warning of disconnecting your computer from the internet before you do this. I'm not going to do it simply because this is just a demo wallet that I'm creating. So I've just entered the password. It's the temporary session password it's asking for. And to prove that my theory is correct, I'm going to unlock the wallet, and I'm in. Now what I'm going to do is click on receive, and then click on faucet. And what that's going to do is that's going to give me a tiny bit of T-fuel. Okay, so that's what it did. It gave me 0.00001 T-fuel. And you say, well, couldn't I just accumulate a bunch of T-fuel doing this? Well, you could, but think about how long it would take just to accumulate one T-fuel. You'd have to do it like 10,000 times, because this is 10, 100,000, 10,000. This is 1/10,000th of a T-fuel. So you'd have to do that 10,000 times to accumulate just one whole T-fuel, which is only worth about a penny. So that would be insane. So they built this in there so that you could get that tiny amount of T-fuel. If you don't have any and you had some THETA that you wanted to move out of this wallet, you would have to have some T-fuel. But the amount of T-fuel required is so tiny that this tiny amount here is actually enough to do about 75 transactions before you would run out. So that's interesting. So now, if I was to want to send that T-fuel, enter the address. So enter the amount to send. So what I'm going to do, yeah, see, there's the amount of T-fuel that actually is required. And that is even less than what you got, because you got 0.00001. So if all transactions are this amount, you could do 100 of them with that little tiny bit that they gave you. So now I am going to paste that in, send the entire balance, and then when I click send, it's going to ask me to put in that session password. So I'm going to do that again. And then confirm the send. And it's working on it, as evidenced by this little spinning thing here. And there we have it. So I just opened it using a private key, and then I sent that. Now I'm going to go up here to my wallet and see if I see that little tiny bit of T-fuel, and go down here and look at the latest transaction, and that looks like it right there. Yep, that's it right there. So that proves that my theory is correct, that that temporary password is just that. It's a session password so that you can use it to confirm if you try to send something out of the wallet. Well, I hope you found this video to be helpful, and if you did, smash that like button. It really helps. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.